Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use the 9Proxy IP plan, not the GB plan, the IP plan on your phone. So I prefer the IP plan to be used on when I'm working. Like I prefer it than the GB plan because let's say I'm doing something on my laptop now and I need to complete some certain verification. I can just take the IP and plug it into my phone and continue from there with the same IP instead of like the GB plan that only works on the phone. So for this IP plan to actually work for you, because most people complain they don't get it to work for them, it's so hard, they don't understand it. It's because there are certain things you need to know before you can just plug it in and have it work for you. Firstly, you need to understand how the 9Proxy port works. You see these ports, let me clear these things out so we can start from scratch. You see this port number here. This 127 is like the local one. Like when you open your app and you start this thing, this is the one you generally be using most of the time. This is the default one. But you see this 1720 is the Wi-Fi port. So the 9Proxy works in a way that if you select any country or any state in here, it will always give you this one of these two ports. This is the default one. It will always give you. But this second one is like the Wi-Fi one. No matter any country or any state you choose, this is going to be the IP you are going to be given. But this IP runs locally on your laptop and it is forwarded to these ports. So you see these ports. If let's say you connect to any country now, let's say okay, let's start. Let's just start. Let's say I connect to the United States. I'm trying to connect to the United States now, and apply. And we select New Jersey. If we select any state or any city or any city in here, it will be forwarded to one of these ports. One of these ports. So that's how it works. So make sure you are on this 1720 Wi-Fi if you want to connect to your phone. And if you were using the 127 earlier and you now want to switch and continue on your phone, you can always switch back to this one. It doesn't matter. It still works. You would continue from there. You don't need to select another new IP. You understand? So I have, let's say, I'm sure you guys know how to select IP already on the 9Proxy app. If you don't, I have a video about that. You can go check that out. So I've selected this IP already. I've selected these two. So this is the one we are going to be using. So another thing you need to take note of if you are trying to use this IP plan on your phone is that you need to be connected to a Wi-Fi. How can I explain this thing that will make it make sense? So your laptop must be connected to a Wi-Fi. And this phone you are trying to connect to must be connected to the same Wi-Fi. So this is my Wi-Fi I'm connected to now. This Wi-Fi is like an external, another iPhone device. This phone I'm trying to connect to is also connected to this Wi-Fi. So that's basically what I'm saying. So first thing you need to do is switch to this port, number one. Switch to this port. Number two, connect to a Wi-Fi and connect your laptop to a Wi-Fi and connect your phone to a Wi-Fi. To the phone you're trying to connect to the same Wi-Fi also. So that means your phone, your laptop, and a Wi-Fi. I don't know if that makes sense. So if you've done that two things, I feel like you've completed 80% of the process required for you to successfully get this thing done. So once that's done, you come and select your IP and you copy it. So now that we've copied, let's check if this Wi-Fi is if this IP is actually active. If it's actually active, and make sure it's fast and active. You can always check on here too. I think I showed you guys how to check earlier. If you don't, you can check one of those videos where I explain it. So this one is fast now, that means it's active. And you'll come here. If we come here, we've connected and we'll check ip8.com. Same process. If you are using Chrome browser, put it inside the proxy switcher extension and check. So this shows now that the IP is fast and it's active. As you can see, it's still trying to connect. Let it load up so you can see before we proceed. So you can see it's active, everything works fine. So now we'll take that IP and go plug it into our phone. So let's go. Okay, so there are two ways to connect the IP ports the IP ports on your phone using the IPs, not the GB plan. The first way is to use your Potato. This app called Potato. It's available on the iOS devices. You can download it on the App Store and install it. The second way, which is even the way I prefer, is to come to the Wi-Fi settings. I mentioned earlier that you must be connected to a Wi-Fi, like your laptop and your phone must be connected to one Wi-Fi for this thing to work. So you come to the Wi-Fi setting, this blue icon that is on the Wi-Fi connection, you click on it and you scroll down. and find HTTP proxy, and click on HTTP proxy, and you turn this to manual. So when you click on this like this, you paste the IP address, the one we copied earlier from our laptop, the 6002 port. Then you cut this port number and put it in the ports this thing, the port section, and delete that colon. Then we don't have any authentication, obviously, so you would save it. So when you do this, you would come to IP8 and see if we are connected already. This is the first way. You see it worked automatically, like it worked straight up. It worked straight up. This is the first way. This is even the way I preferred, because it's not showing anything like VPN, like you're using any VPN. I prefer this one because it's more stronger. So the second way is to use Potato. You see how fast it is, but people did not actually know this. Not a lot of people actually know this. Then you change this to Socks5 and you put this like this. No, let's copy it again. Let's go back to it. So you go back to your laptop and copy the IP ports, the IPs we are using, and like go back. The IP is this. The reason why I'm able to copy it like this is because I'm using a MacBook and my iOS. You know the way iOS, you can copy something from a Mac to your iPhone device if you're on the same iCloud. So yeah, that's why I'm able to copy like this. We are not using any authenticator obviously here too, and you'd save. You can also use Shadow Rocket for this. You can also use Shadow Rocket, or you can use Potato. So this is the same thing we've connected, but this one is showing VPN here, which is because we are using an app. So let's check if this has worked too. So come here and search again. You see, it worked. So your phone must be connected to the same Wi-Fi that your laptop is connected to, and you must not disconnect your laptop. Your laptop must be active. As long as the laptop is active and the IP is active and it's fast, you browse as fast as you can and as easy as you can. So that's basically it for how to connect IP on your phone using Potato or the other settings where you put it inside your Wi-Fi. So yeah, if you need IPs, you can always reach out to me on my number or on TikTok. Yeah, thank you.